Hello, my beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you all from Reason Together TV. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, according to your time and wherever you are, all over the world or in the part of the world. Welcome back again to this channel, Reason Together TV. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, please don't fail to hit the red subscribe button down below and also the bell icon for notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the first person to be notified. This case that you are about to watch is a case of child abandonment and misunderstanding in marriage. Please stay tuned while the defendant and the complainant make their statement for peaceful resolution. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed and bye for now. Please watch this video to the end. Ciao.
Thank you once again. Good morning. All right, good morning. I'm Mr. Maka.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, rather.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, can we hear you out? What is your complaint?
Yes, I recently contacted the human rights defenders and access to justice with regards to my case of my ex-husband. This is a man I married in February 2005. Although he was in the UK then, he was illegal. So I married him and joined him with a student visa, which bears no recourse to public fund. On my arrival in the UK, within 3 days of my arrival, this man has started showing me signs of violence. But I ignored it and I thought it this way that it is still too early. Both of us are still learning ourselves. But did it end there? No, he didn't. There were several other domestic violence. I mean, all forms of abuse I
In
went
UK?
through in the UK, yes, ma'am. But unfortunately for me, and unfortunately as well, because that was a blessing, I took in shortly after I joined him. And then within 9 months of my arrival, I gave birth to my first daughter, Ijoma. First, it was the two of us as a husband and wife. He married me in the traditional way. There was no registry of the marriage. And then after 9 months, I had my first daughter, Ijoma.
Let's see one after the other because you're
Okay.
just compiling these things. If
All
you
right.
want to show us one, you
This,
picture it. You have to
this
say it
is the
clearly.
two of us. Then in 2006, when I joined him, this is the two of us in 2006 when I joined him. Yes, and that's the two of us. And after 9 months, I had my daughter, Ijoma, who was born there at the North Middlesex Hospital. While going through that domestic violence, which I didn't complain though. I had in mind that he was going to change, but did he change? No, he didn't. And so, again, I've already taken a decision not to get pregnant again, as I wanted to quit the marriage when it was getting worse. And so, while we were making up a case of my girlfriend whom he tried to elope with, I took in again for the second time. And after that childbirth, things worsened. And then he left the two children for me. My son was only 7 months old then when he left the two children for me and eloped with her lover, a British woman, after beating me up. And so I couldn't take it anymore. I had to go and make everything known to the UK government. And then we went to court. And even after he ran off from the house, he was still visiting the house where we live because he had the keys and he was the one paying the rent. And so he comes in at odd hours. At a time, he wanted to forcefully come and take the children from wherever he was coming from. I didn't know. So I had to, take the matter to the lawyers there, the solicitors, Wilson Solicitors UK. And so I took the matter to them and they were like, this is not yet emergency. Until it is emergency, that's when they can act. And so that time he came on an afternoon and then tried to take the children from me. He followed us to the park without me knowing. That was when we went to court emergency. And then the UK government traced him and they got him, served him papers. The case was decided and he was given two orders. One, he was stopped from contacting the children and died. And then a prohibition order was given to him and a non-molestation order as well. And so after everything, because I came as a student, when my student visa expired, I had to renew it. I tried to renew it. they refused me. They refused because I didn't tell them the truth of what I was going through. And then I tried to seek asylum under the Refugee Act. That was also refused. And so I had to come back with the children. Then on arrival here in Nigeria, and then the dowry was returned. I mean, the bride price was returned. But since then, this man does not take care of the two children and that. Even upon our return, his family was contacted here in Nigeria, and then he too was also contacted. But he didn't do anything to help settle the children and die down. And I stayed for like 2 weeks before I was able to get a job. And the children were being fed, they were going to school, and they were in a house, their health, but especially my son, both of them took ill immediately we arrived in Nigeria. I had to sell some of my things, my jewelries, my clothes to make sure that they are all right. And thankfully, both of them are all right, healthy today. And so throughout the time, we came back since 2013, and this man does not pay child support, which I don't even mind about him taking care of me. I can take care of myself. But all I'm saying is that let him at least be contributing something for the children's towards the children's education. Throughout their primary education, this man did not pay school fees for them, not even for once. I got some lawyers involved in the UK who also contacted this man and pleaded with him. The man was bent on not sending money to me, even when he was asked to pay into the children's school direct. I mean, I teach in the same school where my children attended their primary education, and so we all go back at the same time and come back at the same time because of fear of losing them. I didn't want to leave them under the care of anyone, and so I took it upon myself. We go out together, come back together, and then continue for the next day's job. And so this man never paid their dime throughout their primary education, and then their school fees was very exorbitant. I must say, I paid it all. And then when they were getting into secondary school, thankfully they managed to pass federal government college. Both of them are now there, Enugu, and they passed by merit. And so I contacted his family again, contacted the man by myself for him to contribute something. I spent close to 500,000 for their admission, just to get their acceptance letter, which they passed by merit. The school charged 10,000 naira each of them, just for the acceptance, and other payments were made. He is in the know of everything, but he still does not support in any way concerning their education, their house rent, their health care, their feeding. All he does is to every 2 years he will send 20,000 naira for the two children. And recently he has contacted my local customary court, even after he lost the one he filed in 2014. He lost to that case because the court charged him. They said it's outside my jurisdiction, that the case should be decided in my hometown in Ozobo. And so after he lost that one, he went to my hometown Ozobo to go and fight that he wants to take the children. And both of them are still on the age. They are not yet adult. They are still minors. And they've been living with me, and he does not support in any way. But my concern why I came to you people is to you people to ensure that justice is done. At least they're now in secondary school, and I am a teacher. I teach. Teaching is my job. And so I earn a very low income. So I now find it difficult to pay their school fees, their boarding house fee, and their tuition fee, buy textbooks, buy exercise books, and other things for them, and their pocket money, their beverages, especially my daughter, who is now a teenager, and my son too, because he turned 12 last December. So both of them, I mean, I get toiletries for them, cosmetics, and other things they use. So it's not very easy for me. It is not at all. The last time I had to pay their school fees, I had to take a loan from my employers, and thankfully they were able to give to me. And so I want this man to get him, for you people to help me get him, for him to start taking care of the children. The children are still his, and their names are still in his name. They still bear his name. They are still with that goes. That's all I want from him. Thank you.
All right, let's contact Mr. Emmanuel. Human rights, please. Are the kids born in UK?
Yes, both of them were born in North Middlesex, 2007 and 2009. Sorry, 2008.
So they are both UK citizens.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Mr. Emmanuel. Good morning. Okay, we're speaking with you from a Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Office, Nigeria. There's a message sent to you. I'm calling you from Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice from Nigeria. Yes, we sent a message to you today over a case reported by one Mrs. Blessing Chiamaka against you on children abandonment.
Yeah. How can I help you?
Yeah, hence we're calling you.
Sorry?
I said I'm calling you.
1 minute remaining. Hello?
Can you call back on that line or we'll get back to you on another line?
If I will do what?
We'll get back to you on another line or you call the line back.
Okay, no, you call me back.
We're going to call you on WhatsApp line.
That his number is not WhatsApp. We have not seen to get his WhatsApp.
This is not his WhatsApp. You don't have his WhatsApp number.
My children do. I don't have one.
You're supposed to provide
And
that.
my children's phone spoiled 2 years ago. Since then, I don't
Okay,
have.
there's a limit to what you can call directly. We're supposed to communicate with him very well, so I cannot that much on my own personal line.
I tried to get his WhatsApp number from some UK friends. None of them agreed to give me.
This is not loud.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yes.
So I'm calling you for Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Office where your ex-wife, Blessing Chiamaka, laid a complaint against you on children neglect. Yeah.
Okay, so how can I help you?
But you just heard what I said.
Yeah, so then how can I help you?
Why we are calling is for you to provide for upkeep of the kids and their education. That is the reason why we are calling. Since you don't know how you are doing. Yeah.
Okay. So, you call me the time under my issue.
Sorry?
I call it solicitor. If you have anything, then you request me, okay? You guys have got my number.
That's his way. That's his way. He has a solicitor to remind him to start paying for his children. That's his way. Because he has always thought I won't get help to sue him while looking after the children, get money to get lawyers involved. That has always been his reason for abandoning the children for me, so that I won't be able to do anything on my own. He didn't know I would get help, get access to justice. So solicitor, contact his solicitor, and he didn't bother. Say, okay, this is my solicitor's number. If there's anything, communicate to me through my solicitor. But he just said I got a solicitor, and then he hanged up. Pardon?
All right, thank you, viewers. Please kindly communicate with Mr. Emmanuel Chinedu Iduago to respond back to us in our office here. We just communicate with him to hear his response as regards to this case this woman laid in our office, and just drop off the phone. Please, for those of you that are in Europe, in UK, there, kindly contact him. Let him provide us the necessary information where he's referring us to and respond to us why he abandoned these kids here. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
No, no.
Did they give them
Yeah, money needed.
No, no. When I was there, they supported me for the 3 years. The government took care of me. I went through a lot through counseling, psychiatric appointments, and other things. I mean, integration. Government supported and they were giving me money then. But the moment we came back to Nigeria, everything stopped.
Good
I was
morning.
just
Excuse me, don't die. Yes, who is speaking? Hello, who is speaking, please? The number is there. Check our page there. The number is written there. Thank you. The man is blessing Chiamaka. Yes, please.
Can we contact the woman as well? Just contact the woman.
The woman is right in our office. I thought you are watching the case. That's why you are calling.
Yes, okay, with the what you know, maybe privately, can we contact the woman as well? Or we have to help you.
I don't understand.
Can we contact the woman privately?
Why?
No, we just have to let you know.
If you are very, the case is not going already. If you want to communicate, you call on this line. Whatever you want to say, she can hear. We will both hear you out here.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
What is the number again?
yes, ma'am. That's it.
What is the number? I'm asking you a question.
Okay, my case reference. Email.
What is the man's number? That is the question I'm asking.
Oh, +4479 302725
Plus what?
+4479 49302725.
Okay, that is the number. The number she just called is the number. Please contact Mr. Manuel and get back to us. Our call line is 0903 It's 1234. Do this thing or you transfer. Go and sell this card and return my money and stop this nonsense. The number is there. Call the number again. That's what they're asking.
Okay, +4479 49302725. You can take it again. +4479 49302725.
You left it and started doing something else. Abi?
Because this thing here. So the same is not bringing meant for me.
Can't even see how person stays in abroad and you have children, you abandon the children and you're speaking language there and you feel comfortable.
Didn't start today, since 2009. Since 2009. And throughout my 2 years of living with that man, it was hell. It's either that my mom is sending food for us or I'm feeding myself. I literally got stabbed several times while I was pregnant for my son. I had him while anemic. I was under some blood tonic for 6 months, 3 months before my delivery date and 3 months after delivery. So his irresponsibility didn't start today. And what brought it all was because I stopped giving him access to my bank account. So he decided to go.
Imagine. So he married you because of bank, because of money.
I was working and I was also plaiting hair. So, as a student, I'm entitled to work for only 20 hours in a week. So the government knows only about the one that I work. But for the braiding of hair, which I do, government does not know about that. And so the moment I'll book a customer for hair plaiting, he's already aware and he will hardly allow me to top up my mobile phone so that all communications will go direct through his own phone. He knows how much I'm making, and
Okay,
when
so
when I'm coming to the house, he will just put his hands like this. I will hand over the money to him. And so when I stopped all these things, that was when him and his family started planning on what to do to me.
they married you as a making machine.
Exactly. So I literally paid for my fee. I paid, which he never paid a dime out of his pocket. They were all my struggles throughout the time I was going to school in West London. I paid for myself, and then on coming in, I had two lovely children for him, whom I have been raising for him as well. I'm happy I'm doing that, bro. I
Why
am
did
a
you
mother.
relocate?
Oh, because as a student, after my studies, I must leave. He was illegal when I married him. And so there was no way I could have stayed back. And being that my children are still minors, they were fully dependent on me. There's no way I had no family member in the UK, to rely on raising the kids. Do you understand? So I had to come back, especially when they refused my leave to remain application and then say no to
And
my
you did not
asylum.
apply back over there because of
I
the case where you
tried.
can face him there.
I went that the only option left for me was to go through asylum, which I tried. They also refused the case. Yes. They said I damaged my credibility when I tried to renew my student visa without mentioning about all the challenges I've been through. And so that damaged my credibility. They wouldn't believe what I have told them in my asylum case. And so that was it, because I was trying to see how I can keep the marriage, as an African woman, believing that things will work out for good, but it didn't. It didn't work out for good for us.
Any response yet? Some men can be very wicked.
If he's not guilty, he would have at least said something. Are you reminding me about taking care of my children? I've been doing that. Do you understand? But this one just
Said
said my
his phone is
solicitor.
switched off.
My
He said his phone is switched off.
my solicitor. I've got a solicitor. You got a solicitor. You can't mention the name of your
Of the
solicitor.
solicitor.
Or you can't say, please, I can't talk to you now. Speak to my solicitor. Take my solicitor's number or house address. This and that. He didn't say such. He just quickly handled. That's the style. This is the two of us. First, my daughter arrived. My daughter arrived 9 months after I joined him. My daughter arrived, and second, 9 months after the arrival of my daughter, I took in again and had my son at exactly
Go ahead.
1 year and 5 months. I had my daughter.
I'm not talking to you.
So that's the two of them, my two children.
God, let me end this. Talk about
So I
something.
really understand your sign language.
Any response from you guys over there? They say they keep insulting everyone that called him. Somebody said, Gift said it caused him and said he should not call him again.
You see, it's a man that hit me in my dream. A man that hit me in my 3 months pregnant baby boy. That's it.
It's the same kind. I'm telling you, same kind of thing. Transfer is the crazy thing. Yeah. Why you want to use it? You still have to write to the UK embassy. Yes.
I will write
Since it's over there, anything that have to do with him and the kid, children abandonment or neglect, you have to write to the UK embassy. You still have his address?
I don't know where he's been living since that 2019 date. The only house address I have was where the two of us lived, which the government moved the children and I from there in 2010. So I don't know any of his house.
And what about his other information? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Madam Confort. Please, we need that man's house address. Where in London is the man is so.
That is what we're saying here. That is the
Some
question I'm
friends
actually
I have
asking
in the UK, I have begged them several times for them to provide me his house address.
Exactly, he lives in London. We'll take him there. What is he want? You can't take care of your children. Why do you have children there? Let us find the address where he lives in London. We'll go there. We'll take him there. We'll find him. Let him go where he wants to go there. We'll look for him there. He's so rude.
Such a rude human being.
Answer them first. Find out why you don't take care of your children. You are there shouting at people. You must tell us to leave the why you don't take care of your children.
I still remember his mistress.
Thank you very much, caller. You still what?
I still remember his mistress' house address.
Oh my goodness.
I still remember his mistress' house address, which the woman's child provided the day she ran into my children and I on the bus. And that was exactly where the lawyers went to. I mean, the bailiff got there, found him there, served him the papers, the court
When
papers.
that was when?
That was in 2009. I still remember the house address. But
Hello, good
however, I'm
afternoon.
not sure if
Excuse me.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam. My name is Patrick. I'm calling from the UK.
Okay, Patrick, please let us speak up a little.
Yeah.
I speak up a little, sir.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Thank you.
No worries. I'm sorry to hear what madam is going through.
Yeah.
I tried to call that number, I want to ask her one question.
Okay.
Madam,
yes.
you said when you were documented. Now, do you know it's private case of making documented?
Can you hear what you're
I
saying?
can't
We can't
hear
hear
you.
what you are saying.
I can't hear you, sir. Please be
Can you hear me
audible.
now?
Yes,
I'm
better.
very friendly. I said, from what you said,
Mhm.
that when you were with him, that your husband was undocumented. So, do you know if it's documented now?
Yes, he has got his papers now after he ran off with a British woman and they had a child together. Yes, he's living as a British now, and that gave him the right to live there and work. Otherwise, he wouldn't be there till today.
Yes. What I would advise you to do is, since you tries to, I'm not saying you have to I thought to settle the matter, but just try and do it. If that doesn't work, can you contact any of his family members?
I have contacted his family members, and that was in 2019 when my two children were about to go into their secondary education into the federal government college. I called the older sister and explained things to her, and that one never picked my call till today. After I explained to her the challenges I've been through already and the need for the children to get enrolled quickly into the secondary education, which they passed, she never picked my call till today. And not even their father. At the time, I had to call their father and give the children the phone and say, speak to your dad, tell him you need to get registered to your school, which the children did several times, but the man did not do anything concerning their education. He did not. He did not.
Yeah. All right. I will give an appeal to you to should the case is doesn't, there are ways you can get it okay. Just contact the child maintenance agency so that you can prove the paternity of those children. He has an obligation to look after them.
We barely hear you. We barely hear you.
I said, if you take something to reach out to children, you can write to the child maintenance agency, which is operated by the government, and it will be made to look after those children. In as far as it's resident here and it's working, so it's got the responsibility. So just try and get the contact of the child maintenance agency. If you need it, I can send it to the madam part of the ignorant agency in Nigeria.
Please help us send it to us so that we can help her, please.
All right.
Thank you,
you
sir.
very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank
And
you,
you
and
too,
bless you too.
All right.
I can.
I believe you have your kids' document when you were coming to Nigeria.
Yes, ma'am.
So that they will not find it difficult also going there when they are due to go there. Because
No, I
there's
have
an age they need to.
Everything
Yeah.
about them.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Honorable Ali Anundapo.
You're calling from where?
Hello. Yes, ma'am. I'm calling from Ikorodu, ma'am.
I,
Yes, ma'am. And please, am I on to the secretary? Mrs. Queen said I should call the secretary, that the secretary should put her on call. So I'm calling in regard of that.
okay, we're handling case now. You call back later.
Ma'am?
Call back later, please. Let's provide the address and the information that you needed. Okay, sent to you. And then if there is any way you can also be sure if that address that you use formally to serve him is still valid.
It may no longer be valid because that was years back in 2010.
People don't pack out from premises overseas
No,
like they do
no,
in Nigeria.
especially when he's no longer with the woman.
He's no longer with the woman.
Yes, of course, he's definitely going to leave her the same way a man that couldn't take care of his two children. The woman had 3 children from 2 different men. It's not possible that he would take care of the woman and
Hello?
3 children from another.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Definitely, definitely. We
Yes,
used to have the same way we
what
used
that
to
woman
be.
was explaining, the children are not in the UK. The children are in Nigeria.
Yes.
UK government will not find any reason to support that woman. Why the children are in Nigeria? They will issue answer. Why do you send the children back to the country? So anything we have to do has to be done back home in Nigeria. Attack him here with people. They are letting support the coming back home. So you can attack him, you can contact him here to Nigerian government. But asking the social service here to contact children that live in outside countries, it will not work. Only through Nigerian embassy here will not contact British embassy in Nigeria to find out where those children are. But asking the lady to contact social services here, it will not work that way. You have to go to Nigerian embassy here, contact the embassy in Nigeria, because those children are still British citizens. No
Yeah.
matter what. Even though the parents may not have documents, nobody cares about that. But those children who are born here, they are British citizens. Just the same way a British parent can give birth in Nigeria, the children are still British citizens. So the best is woman has to contact Nigerian embassy in UK. Let them contact British embassy in Nigeria. Let them communicate through them. He can still pay child support through the help of British embassy in Nigeria, not social service there. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
much.
very much, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, he does. And my children, yes, that was 2 years ago. He registered them. So you can see he's interested in taking them to go back to UK and start claiming child benefits and support. He registered them. And then his lawyers, through his lawyer, that one, because I refused communication with him, his lawyer contacted me via email. We communicated and I had to send the children's Nigerian passport through his lawyer, which she promised to send it back to me. And she actually did. It arrived back here in Nigeria together with their certificate of right of above. I've got mine now. But the original is with their father who made the application. So I think the only step,
Even with the photocopy,
the photocopy I have, yes.
This provider,
Yes,
they
I
is
can
traceable.
see.
Hello? Hello? All right. All right, thank you.